Hi boys and girls, we're moving on to chapter 19, Perek Yutet in Sefer Shmuel Aleph. Basically, Shmuel and Shaul had their arguments. Shmuel is fed up with Shaul and never sees him again. Meanwhile, Shaul is getting mentally sick and he needs David to provide him with music therapy. So he should calm down. And Shaul is getting more and more jealous of David and tries to kill him. And basically, Michal, Shaul's daughter, is married to David. Jonathan is in love with David, even gives him his garments. And Shaul does not realize that David, whom he's trying to kill, is actually rising up in power in his own kingdom, in Shaul's own kingdom. So we have several incidents like that in the next several chapters as David grows in power and Shaul declines. Here we go. Yutet Aleph. Vaidaber Shaul el Yonatan beno vel kol avadav lehamit et David. It's now open warfare. Everybody knows that Shaul is looking to kill David. But Yonatan ben Shaul chafetz ben David meod meod. Jonathan, Saul's son, desires David very much. Vayaged Yonatan le David lemor. And Jonathan tells David, Mevakesh Shaul avila mitecha. My father wants to kill you. Ve'ata hishamerna baboker ve'yashafta baseter v'nichbeta. And you better watch out, and you better hide. Va'ani etze, and I will go out. Ve'amadati liad avi basadeh, and I will stand next to my father in the field, where you will also be, and I will speak to him about you, and I will see what he says about you, and you will know whether you should escape or you're okay. Vaidaber Yonatan beDavid Tov el Shaul aviv, and Jonathan spoke good to Shaul about David. Vayomer elav, and he says to him, Al yechta hamelech be'avdo beDavid. Don't sin against David. How dare you, thinking of killing him? Chatalach, he did nothing to you. Whatever he does is only for your own goodness. Vayasem et nafsho bechapo. And he actually put his soul in his hand when he attacked the Philistine Goliath. Vayas Adonai tshua gdola lechol Israel, and God did a great miracle for Israel, and you should be happy. Ra'ita vatismach velama techta, and why would you shed innocent blood to kill David? And Shaul listened to Jonathan, and he swore, Vayishava Shaul, as God lives, so David will live. Vayikra Yonatan le David, vayaged lo Yonatan et kol hadvarim ha'ele. And Jonathan called David and told him everything that happened. Vayave Yonatan et David el Shaul. And Jonathan brought David to Saul. Vayhi lefanav ketmol shilshom, and for a while it seems to have helped, and everything was quiet. Vatosef hamilchama lihiyot, and the war continues against the Philistines. Vayetzel David, and David went out and fought the Philistines exactly as Saul set him up to do, hoping that he will get killed in battle, and Saul is not going to have to deal with it. Vayach bahem makah gdola, but it didn't work out. David beat up on the Philistines, and all of them ran away. So David's stock went up even higher among the monarchy, among the military, and amongst the people. V'tehi ruach Adonai ra'a el Shaul, and God's bad spirit came upon Shaul, and he is at home, and his spear in his hand. And he has a spear in his hand, and David has a musical instrument in his hand as he is trying to comfort Saul. Vayevakesh Shaul lehakod bachanit beDavid, and Saul strikes out with his spear against David, uvakir, and he hits the wall. He slipped away from Saul, vayiftar mipnei Shaul, and David slips away, vayachet achanit bakir, and when Saul launched the spear, it hit the wall, but David was able to sneak away, and he ran away. And poor David realizes that everything that Saul promised Jonathan is not to be. Vayishlach Shaul malachim el beit David, and Saul sent messengers to David to watch over him and kill him in the morning. Vataged le David Michal ishto, and Michal, Saul's daughter, who is David's wife, tells David the secrets, and she says to him, if you don't escape overnight, tomorrow morning you're a dead man. And overnight, Michal lowered David from the second floor window, and David escapes. And you could imagine Shaul is livid. Now he has Jonathan and he has Michal, all working against their own father. Vatikach Michal et atrafim, and Michal takes the terafim, their idols, and she put them on the bed, and she took the goats, probably a blanket, a goat skin, and she put it under his head. Vatachas babagid. It looks like she made it pretend like he was lying in his bed. So she covered a goat skin, and it looked like David was sleeping. Vayishlach Shaul malachim lakachat et David, vatomer cholehu. And his daughter Michal says, when the guards come to check, where is David? And she says, my husband is sick. Vayishlach Shaul et hamalachim lirot et David le'emor, ha'alu oto bamita elai lamito. And Shaul says, oh, get him out of his bed and bring him to me so I could kill him. Vayavo hamalachim, and the messengers came, and they see that the idols were on the bed, and there is a blanket of goats under his head. Vayomer Shaul el Michal, and Shaul says to his daughter, why did you cheat me? Why did you lie to me? You sent my enemies to escape. Vatomer Michal el Shaul, hu amar elai shalcheni lama amitech. And David said to Michal, get rid of me. Why should you get killed because of me? Let me get out of this house so your life is not endangered. V'David barach, and David ran away. Vayimalet vayavo el Shmuel, and he came to Ramah, where Shmuel lives. So David comes to Ramah, and he tells him everything that Shaul did, and David and Shmuel come to a place called Benayot, outside of Ramah. Vayugad le Shaul lemor, and Shaul is told, Hine David Benayot barama. David is in the town of Benayot in Ramah, near Shmuel's home. Vayishlach Shaul malachim lakachat et David, and Shaul again sends messengers to take David. So the first time he sent to Michal, and now he sends to Benayot. Vayar et lahakat neviim, and he sees a troop of prophets who are prophesying along with Shmuel, and Shmuel is over them. Vatehi al malachei Shaul ruach Elohim, and the messengers of Shaul had the spirits of God upon them, and everybody was saying prophecy. Vayagidu leShaul vayishlach malachim, and they told Shaul, and he sent more messengers, and they also are beginning to prophesy. Vayosef Shaul vayishlach malachim shloshim, he sends 30 messengers, and they are also prophesying. So everybody is doing prophecy with Shmuel and all the messengers that Shaul says. Vayalech gam hu haramata, vayavo ad bor hagadol asher bashechu. Vayishal vayomer efo Shmuel veDavid. So Shaul says, where are Shmuel and David? They said, well, they went out of Ramah to a place called Benayot. Vayelech sham el Nayot barama vatehi alav gam hu, and he also has the Spirit of God. And till he came to Ramah, to Benayot in Ramah, he also had prophecy. And as he was in ecstatic prophecy, they took off their clothes. I don't know if they took off their outer garments or they were completely nude, but they were all in the spirit of prophecy. And it looks like Vayipol arom kol hayom, and he was naked all day and all night. Al kein yomru Hagam Shaul baneviim, and people were saying, Shaul is also a prophet. They knew Shmuel was. They knew that his team of prophets, but they didn't know Shaul. And that's the end of the chapter.